Have you ever felt as though you might be psychic? Does your intuition consistently point you in the right direction? If so, you may be an INFJ. Known as the psychics of the personality world, INFJs are among the rarest Myers Briggs types. This is a common feeling among many INFJs. They possess an innate ability to know things without fully comprehending how. It's the sixth sense, the capacity to detect changes, danger, suspiciousness, or anything that seems off right away. There's no deliberate analysis, just a snap judgment. Although it may seem as though they possess a crystal ball, there is actually a much more concrete explanation for their apparent supernatural abilities. Introverted intuition is the primary function of introverted intuition in INFJs. It gives them the extraordinary capacity to see the big picture, identify patterns in their surroundings, and forecast the future by drawing conclusions from those patterns. They envision possibilities rather than what is certain to occur. However, as they become older, INFJs can become extremely skilled at predicting the future. Let us examine 3 more of the INFJ personality type's psychic-like traits. If you like this video, kindly hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comment section below. 1. They have the capacity to take in information continuously. INFJs have a propensity to learn a lot from the people and situations around them, particularly in terms of people and social settings. They frequently have keen observations and a delicate sense of detail. This is made possible by their introverted intuition. But INFJ isn't just about taking in a lot of information, it's also about taking in the correct kind of information, such as subtle clues and details that others might overlook. INFJs are highly perceptive of the emotional atmosphere around them and frequently pick up on shifts in dynamics, attitudes, and moods, even when they aren't stated out loud. Consider an INFJ during a work team meeting. An INFJ is probably paying as much, if not more, attention to the underlying dynamic as those around them are concentrating mainly on the discussion's topic. This frequently causes them to observe that a team member appears to be quieter than usual, or that the enthusiasm of another team member appears to be forced. Their interactions with 2 co-workers may even reveal subtle tensions between them. For INFJs, this process is mostly unconscious and instinctive. It's how they naturally navigate the world. 2. They have sophisticated information processing abilities. When it comes to processing information, introverted intuition is remarkably sophisticated, going beyond a cursory grasp of the immediate facts. It analyzes the information's underlying principles or patterns. INFJ works in the domain of abstract concepts. It takes a deeper approach to interpreting the meaning of the data in a larger context rather than merely looking at it as it is. It can create and hone an internal worldview that is both comprehensive and in-depth. An INFJ, for instance, is probably going to read a report containing a lot of data in a different way than the majority of other types. An INFJ would search for the underlying patterns and implications in the data, whereas most people concentrate on organizing the data and coming to specific conclusions. They may be attracted to anomalies that deviate from the norm or take into account the long-term trends the data suggests. INFJ functions as an internal sense-making machine when processing information. It continuously processes new information and incorporates it with what it already knows while operating in the background. It's a dynamic, iterative process that enables INFJs to adjust and improve their comprehension when new data becomes available. The fact that INFJ is a perceiving function rather than a judging function is one of its distinctive features. This indicates that its main goal is to comprehend the world as it is, rather than to determine what needs to be done to change it. Not action, but insight is the key. For this reason, before feeling prepared to decide or act, INFJs frequently need some time to think things through. They want to make sure they have the most thorough and precise understanding possible. Furthermore, this process isn't always conscious or linear. Since insights and understandings are the product of intricate intuitive processes that don't always follow a linear, step-by-step path, INFJs may find it difficult to articulate the precise process by which they arrived at a given insight or understanding. Sometimes it results in aha moments when the solution seems to come to light suddenly, but in actuality, their INFJ is at work in the background. 3. They have the capacity for future prediction. Future predictions can be made by introverted intuition. Well, it's not quite right, but it's pretty close. INFJs with introverted intuition are able to constantly think ahead and try to predict what will happen next, in contrast to some other types who might concentrate more on the present. This propensity for looking ahead stems from a desire to comprehend the world. INFJs are curious about both the present and future directions of events, as well as what is happening. Even in situations where it is not immediately necessary, they frequently think about possible outcomes and scenarios. Many INFJs can identify with this fascinating phenomenon. The knee of the INFJ enables them to make connections between seemingly unrelated bits of knowledge in their subconscious, which can result in epiphanies. These insights can occasionally even appear as seemingly random ideas or visions. For instance, an INFJ may occasionally find themselves seeing a clear mental picture of a particular individual. This person may be someone they hardly ever interact with or haven't seen in a while, rather than someone they're close to or see regularly. This person appears in their thoughts for no apparent reason, but still, there they are, taking up space in their minds all day. They might even dream about the possibility of running into that person by chance during these times. They might see in their minds a casual, unexpected encounter with this person at a particular place, such as a coffee shop or street corner. It's more like a scene playing out in their heads on its own, without them actively trying to make it happen. What's interesting is how frequently these ideas appear in an INFJ's reality. On several occasions, the person they were contemplating, someone they had met in their imagination, has materialized in their actual world. It's possible that they will be strolling down the street when they look up and see the same person standing there. Given that these are people they don't often see, the timing of these encounters seems too random to be coincidence. It's as though their mind had already prepared them for this encounter. Though they are not entirely sure how or why this happens, they have noticed enough repetitions of the phenomenon to warrant further investigation. It's crucial to remember that despite the fact that this may seem like a kind of psychic ability or future sensing, it's probably just the INFJ's keen intuition at work. Unconsciously, they're noticing hints and patterns that allude to the possibility of these interactions. Nevertheless, these experiences demonstrate the strength and mystique of the INFJ's intuitive function, regardless of the explanation. Have you ever had any similar psychic experiences? Tell us in the comments section below. I'm grateful.